Hey guys, so in this video I'll be going over 3 ways to get Amazon to place purchase orders for new products in Vendor Central. For those of you who are new here, my name is Benjamin Bolshinsky. I used to work at Amazon in the vendor management team for almost 3 years, and now I run a company called Vendor Launch where we provide training consultation for Amazon vendors. So without further ado, there are 3 ways, and I've also included a bonus tip at the very end. This is one of the most common questions we get. How do you get Amazon to order new products? And so this video will explain how to do just that. So without further ado, the first way, the Born to Run program. So Born to Run, if you're unfamiliar, is a program that Amazon launched for vendors where you can specify the products and the quantities. You can submit an offer, then Amazon will place a purchase order for those products and those quantities that you specify. You might be thinking it sounds too good to be true. You're right. There is a catch. The catch is with the Born to Run program, they usually give you a 3-month period to sell through that quantity that you specify. Otherwise, they do one of 2 things. Amazon will either return the unsold amount or they will charge you a fee based on how much inventory is remaining from that Born to Run order. I strongly suggest going with the return option. It's what we do for most of our clients. So that just because the thing is, even if you sell a portion of the Born to Run quantity, it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll return everything. Otherwise, they're going to have to just reorder more. So in my experience, Born to Run is great. When you set up the program, you provide the new products, the ASINs, and the respective quantities that you want Amazon to order. Generally a good idea to start off with a minimum MOQ to minimize any potential returns. And then usually once you submit the offer, Amazon will then raise the PO. Takes 24 to 48 hours, and then you're good to ship it. So this is by far one of the most efficient ways of getting new products in. And this is the first kind of point of contact that the first thing you try. Then option number 2, this is a bit more kind of sneaky. This is where you place a dummy customer order from your customer account as if you were a customer ordering the product. The reason this works is because Amazon's POs, the automatic ordering cycle, is driven by customer demand. That's the main input, customer demand. So if you artificially generate some customer demand, then Amazon will want to meet that customer demand by then ordering the product from the vendor. So that's why this works. You place a customer order, all of a sudden the product has a sales forecast in Amazon's system, then Amazon's system will want to meet that sales forecast, will want to meet that customer demand, and they will then follow through and order the product from you. The drawdown or the downside of this approach is that sometimes it can take a bit of waiting. Say you place a customer order for the new product today, it might take a week, couple of days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Sometimes we've had up to a month for Amazon to then raise the PO. So it can take a bit of time. Generally speaking, the higher MOQs you have on a product, the less likely Amazon is to order it, or the longer or the more customer orders, the more customer demand you'll have to generate in order for Amazon to raise a purchase order. The reason is if there's a high MOQ, there's a higher risk that Amazon have unhealthy inventory, excess inventory. So we always suggest to lower the MOQs because that will mean it is more likely that Amazon will then place a purchase order for that product. So this is one of the kind of ways that you can get Amazon to raise orders. Again, it's a bit, it can sometimes take a bit of time, but it's always a good option. This takes me to step 3, or the third option that you might have, and this is what's called the Direct Fulfillment Program. What is direct fulfillment? So direct fulfillment is Amazon's version of drop shipping. Basically, instead of sending products to Amazon's fulfillment center and then Amazon sending those orders to customers, when a customer orders a product, it ships directly from your warehouse, from your DC, to the customer. So it bypasses Amazon's fulfillment centers. Drop shipping, so directly from your warehouse to the customer's warehouse. The thing is, this is still part of the vendor central model. So there's absolutely no impact to the detail page, to the product listing, to what it says on the product page, to how your invoicing works. Like, this all remains the same. You continue shipping. Amazon will buy the product from you. You will invoice Amazon. Amazon ships it under the retail model, and as a vendor, it still says shipped by and sold by Amazon on the detail page. There's no changes to what the customer sees. Again, no changes to your invoicing. Amazon is still buying the product from you. This is not FBA. This is completely different from the seller or marketplace model. The only difference is, again, instead of shipping the product to Amazon's warehouse, you ship the product directly to the customer. Now, you might be asking, what has this to do with new products? Now, the reason this is helpful for new products is because you don't have to wait for Amazon to place a purchase order, right? Once you've part of the direct fulfillment program, you take your new ASIN, your new product, you add it to the program, it takes a minute, then you add a quantity, then all of a sudden a customer can buy the product. It becomes live on the detail page. And then say a customer orders it, then Amazon will ship the product from your warehouse to the customer. They will ship it in most cases. You don't have to pay for that shipping. So why this is so important for new products is because, again, you don't have to wait for Amazon to place a purchase order. And so we consult a lot of our clients to do this because for that initial period with new products where you're trying to get traction, this program is incredibly helpful. You can get those first couple customer orders through direct fulfillment, right? The new product then starts to generate a sales demand. And at that point, you can take it out of direct fulfillment. You can disable the direct fulfillment program, but Amazon will still have a sales forecast, a historic sales forecast in their system for your new product. And then in order to meet that sales demand, they will then order the product from you. So that's why this is so useful for getting that initial traction with new products. So again, enable the direct fulfillment program, add your new product to the program, wait for, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, till you start getting those first few customer orders. At that point, remove it from the direct fulfillment program, then you will start getting normal retail purchase orders for that product. And that's how you get Amazon to start ordering new products using this model. Very helpful. Most vendors don't really know that they can do this. And this takes me to the final and bonus tip for getting Amazon to raise purchase orders for new products. And this is to place a manual PO. So this requires the input of a vendor manager. So if you have a vendor manager, they can, without a doubt, raise a manual PO for your new product at the quantity that they want. It's a manual process. So this is always an option. It's probably the easiest option, the most efficient, because it's not subject to returns. Generally speaking, you don't have to pay more for this. It's just a manual process. The drawdown here is most vendor managers are very unlikely to do this, just because Amazon generally is more of an automated company. They follow what's called the hands off the wheel approach. So vendor managers generally are unlikely to intervene with this. So this is why you need to present a compelling case for Amazon. If you have a tight relationship, a close relationship with your vendor manager, then you can easily convince them to do this. We always suggest with our clients, you kind of want to provide a case. Say that this is going to be a best-selling product. Can you order it? We're keen to support with promotional funding. We're keen to support advertising. Build a case for your vendor manager. They will then take the case to their internal in-stock supply team, and then if you're convincing, if you've provided solid evidence as to why they should order the product, then they will. So again, this is something that we suggest. It just requires knowledge of like what vendor managers care about, and you just have to present a case for them to want to order the product, and they will. So hopefully that helps. Those are the 4 tips. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you want bespoke consulting training one-on-one with me, then in the comment section there's a link where you can book a call, and we can kind of go over that. But otherwise, hope you have a great day, and thanks for listening. Bye.